Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Players Prep, powered by Scorebird. If you're not familiar with the surroundings, we're down here at First and Broadway, the Acme Feed and Seed Building. Actually, a staple of Nashville, yeah, right? It's actually a pretty cool joint. If you're not familiar with it, Jared kind of introduced us to it a little bit. He knows the area down here a lot more than I do, but it's actually cool to be down here. We have to thank the owner, Tom Morales, for allowing us to shoot down here. We got a lot to recap and review, but I'm going to put a dirt road whooping on Mo on this shuffleboard here while we do this. But first, tell us about what we were talking about. We finished up basically our mid-region coverage last week. Jared talked to a host of schools. You know, obviously some big games coming up. How did we fare and how did they fare?
You know, everything went great as usual last week for a lot of teams. A lot of excitement. We had one big matchup that I noticed: Feet and University School Nashville.
You got to tell them where the feet are. Not everybody knows.
The webbed feet. They're in Webb. So the webbed feet were playing University School Nashville. That went into overtime, and it was close the whole game. University School Nashville actually ended up winning that game. I wanted to point out a singular player, Tyler Steinmetz from Oakdale. They had 2 away games this week, Coalfield and Jellicoe. Won both of them. He averaged 24.5 points in those games.
Both those games.
Both those games. So that's big time for him. And then the game that a lot of people are talking about that nobody really saw coming, Brentwood Academy and Brentwood High School playing each other. And they actually played at Lipscomb University.
Oh, wow.
Brentwood High School coming out and just putting a whooping on Brentwood Academy.
No. So this was a game that Brentwood Academy did they traditionally love playing at Lipscomb?
You know, I'm not familiar with them playing it at Lipscomb with any regularity, but I'm not familiar with them playing a whole lot though, really. So
and they're like less than a half mile from each other.
They are not. Somebody described it years and years ago as about a 5-iron apart. So So yeah,
not my 5-iron.
Well, not mine either. But
Crosstown rivalry between the 2 Brentwood schools, and of course Brentwood High School winning 62-34. The big players in that game were Teichman, who we mentioned before, and Lawson. Those guys, 7 of 9 from 3 and 9 of 14 from the field. The teams shot 68% for the game. So.
And I think what kind of showed up in that ball game was Brentwood High School is a team that's been to the Class AAA state tournament last couple of years. They've got some experience, and as we talked to Hubie Smith last week, they've got a lot of young kids, and I think that might have been the difference in that ball game.
And then, Brad, one more game you got to talk about from last week.
Yeah, actually I was kind of sharing.
We have to talk about.
I was sharing with Mo how the atmosphere was at CPA hosting Innsbruck. It was one of those kind of like we talk about Rutgers Park kind of deal, where everybody's kind of sitting around with limited space to sit down. It was an action-packed game. It came down to a last-second shot. Jordan Bone, who we heard Ricky Bowers mention as being one of the staples for his program, he had a clean look at the shot at the basket. It didn't go. It would have been an unbelievable comeback for those guys. A great hard-fought match between the Lions and the Tigers. The Bears weren't there, but it was fun. So tell us about what we're going to look forward to this week, because we're about to get on the road here in a few minutes and talk to some cool coaches.
Yeah, there's 3 games. This is a good week this week. 3 games to keep an eye on, particularly on Tuesday night. In non-AAA, Beach and Mount Juliet, both of them are chasing Station Camp at the top of that district. But both Beach and Mount Juliet are 7-3 in the district. Station Camp is 8-2. So whoever comes out of that thing at Mount Juliet Tuesday night has a shot at catching up with Station Camp. The loser falls another game back. Station Camp has got 11 on Tuesday, but that Beach Mount Juliet game Tuesday night at Mount Juliet is a big one in non-AAA. In 11 AAA, a team that we've talked a lot about is Hillwood. They had their 13-game win streak snapped last week. McGavitt got them in the District 12 AAA game, but they came back and won at Hunters Lane. They play Cane Ridge. Cane Ridge is now at the top of the district. They're 9-1 in the district. Hillwood is 8-2, and they play at Cane Ridge Tuesday night. Cane Ridge has won 5 straight since losing to Hillwood earlier in the year, so that should be a good one in that district, and it's going to go a long way toward determining who wins that regular season championship.
Now, we talked to Hillwood a couple of weeks ago, right? So we had nothing to do with this one.
Oh, no, that wasn't us.
Okay,
no,
good.
No jinx here.
Yeah, exactly.
No jinx here. Don't worry about that.
Well, you know, we got BA.
Don't say
Hey,
Credit for that.
we're not trying to take credit for it, but if we don't, somebody else will.
That's true.
So,
and we're headed to
We are-
Pearl Cohn in East Nashville here in probably, what,
About 5 to 10 minutes, yeah.
5 to 10 minutes. And they're playing tomorrow
They're playing
at East Nashville.
Yep.
So a little preview of that game coming up.
East Nashville has won 7 straight. Their only district loss in 10AA is to Pearl Cohn. They lost from 62-55 back on January 2nd. East Nashville's 9-1 in the district. Pearl Cohn is 8-2, and it's at East Nashville's house. So should be a good one.
Well, gentlemen, what do you say we go pack up and see what Raymond and Jim have to say about this game? But before we do that, tell everybody how they can get to Scorebird and actually access that cool app.
Go to your app store, go to Google Play. It's easy. Download it. Scorebird. I'll even spell it out for you. Scorebird. That's it. Free app.
Sure they needed that kind of assistance.
Hey, why not?
We're thorough here at Players Prep, powered by
Why
Scorebird.
not?
I'd like to thank the people down here at the Acme Feed and Seed Company. Yeah, right? It's Feed and Seed Company. Yeah, for allowing us to shoot our episode down here. That's going to do it for another edition. Update real soon. Find out exactly what those coaches had to say. We'll talk to you again.